What's up, YouTube? So, in this video, I'm probably going to butcher this, but I'm going to do my best to say this dude's name. Adetekunbo Ogundeji. That's what I'm going with. But he is a defensive end out of Notre Dame. And I say defensive end because I want his hand in the dirt no matter what he does. I don't want him standing up, like, ever. He's 6'4" and 268 pounds, and he is pretty limited athletically. He's not very fast. He doesn't really have like great burst or anything like that. I think, because I talked about Dalen Hayes in a previous video, I think Dalen Hayes' ceiling is a little higher, but his floor is lower than this dude. I think this dude is better right now. He played pretty well at the Senior Bowl as well. I remember when I was doing those videos, I kept noticing that the two Notre Dame guys were doing pretty well, pretty consistently. Hayes was more so just out-athleting people, where this guy was actually showing a little bit more technique. But this guy has some really great effort, which is something I love to see. Even though he's not often fast enough to catch people from behind, he does keep trying. He keeps running toward people. He doesn't stop. He sets the edge very effectively. I really like this guy as like a run-stopping defensive end. He sets the edge really effectively. He squeezes close to the tackle very effectively to cut off like run lanes for like read options and stuff like that. I do see him as primarily as like a left defensive end and a 4-3 scheme. That's really what I want him to do. So he's probably not for the Dolphins, unfortunately, because of that. He does have some pretty long arms, and he uses them to a great degree. He punches and gets them inside, and he's pretty decent with using his hands to get off of people. He has a pretty decent cloth pull. He does have some power to him, for sure. He could possibly two-gap because he does have the long arms, and he is pretty decent with his hands. He would have to get a little bit bigger to do that, I would say, because I think 268 is a little bit too small for a 3-4 defensive end. But if you want to draft him as a development player and let him get bigger, cool. But I think 4-3 defensive end, 4-3 left defensive end is really where you really want this guy. But like I said, keep his hand in the dirt regardless. I think if you are a 4-3 team and you want a left defensive end to help stop the run to the outside, I think this guy is a pretty good value in like the late third, early fourth. I think this guy can be an immediate starter or at least rotational player for you, depending on what your depth at edge is looking like. You could possibly even take him a little earlier than that in the third. I wouldn't take him as early as the second because there's other guys that do what he does better, like Carlos Basham. But I do like this guy a lot. Kwity Paye as well. I think Kwity Paye is the best version of him in this draft. But yeah, if you can't get Kwity Paye or Carlos Basham, go get this dude, and you'll be good to go. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, appreciate hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.